All right, so we're looking at closure activity, closure problem. So this is the CC2 Chapter 1 closure problems, specifically number 148. So number 148 from the textbook. And so this is a probability problem. So I'll read along with it here. So the county fair prize wheel has equally spaced sections with the following colors. 1 is golden, 2 are silver, 3 are green, and 4 are blue, 6 are red, and 9 are yellow. So it's if we can picture it, I won't probably be able to do this as many spaces, but it's this big wheel that has a lot of little spaces, right? So it's kind of a very large spinner, if you will. So I don't know how many exactly. I'm gonna not do it to scale, but yet it's this big spinner, and there's a certain amount that are certain colors, right? So 1 is golden. So there's 1 golden, 2 silver, 3 green, 4 blue, 6 red, and 9 yellow. So that's what the spinner's made up of. So A, what is the probability of landing on gold? Well, there's 1 gold, so it's going to be 1 out of, let's see, 1 out of, how many are there? So there's total of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 9, right? So those are all my total colors. When I add that up, I have 25. So it's 1 out of 25. So that's the probability of getting a gold is 1 out of 25. And then it says, give your answer as a fraction and as a percent. So the probability of gold as a fraction is 1 out of 25. How do we make that into a percent? Remember, to make it a percent, you put it over 100. That's how we make it a percent. So I'm going to multiply by a giant 1. In this case, the giant 1 is going to be 4 over 4. If I multiply by 4 over 4, why did I do that? So that way, because I'm looking at 25 times what is 100, and that what was 4. So I end up with 4 over 100. So therefore, the percent would be 4%. Okay? If whatever you have over 100 becomes, that's the percent. So there's A. So B says, what's the probability? Oh, it says if the probability landing on yellow is 36%, yellow, there's 9. What is the probability of not landing on yellow? Okay, so probability of yellow, it tells me 9 out of the 25, which is 36%. So what they want it to know is, the question is, what is the probability of not yellow? Well, a couple things we could do is find the probability of each of all of the colors, add them all up other than yellow. Or if we remember, not, if you have 1 and you're looking at everything else. Well, everything else plus the yellow makes up 100%, right? So everything else plus the yellow is 100%. So we would take 100% minus 36%. That's how we'd get our answer. So that probability would be 100 minus 36 is 64. So the probability of not yellow is 64%. Okay. Last one. C says, if the wheel is spun 100 times, how many times would you expect to land on silver? So remember, the probability of silver, based on what I have, that you can have what silver, there are 2 sections of silver out of the 25 sections. And it's saying, so that's the probability, 2 out of 25. But the question is, what if it is spun 100 times? So what we need to figure out is, what if this was over 100? What would the top number be, right? So I know it's 2 out of 25. So the question is, what out of 100 is it? Again, we're just going to look at multiplying. We're going to take that 2 over 25. We're going to take the 2 over 25 and we're going to multiply by a giant 1. That allows me to get that over 100. And that giant 1 in this case would be 4 over 4. So I end up with 8 out of 100. So that question asked, if the wheel spun 100 times, how many times would it land on silver? It would land on silver. Okay, so out of 100, write it down here. Out of 100, it would land on silver 8 times. There's my answer. All right, there we go.